And welcome back to part 13 of What If Mikoto Uchiha Adopted Naruto Uzumaki. Last time in Naruto What If, Naruto and Neji had their epic clash. Now, someone brought up, actually, first off, Naruto won, obviously. But, someone brought up how they felt that Naruto wouldn't have gone into close-range combat with Neji. In fact, he knew Hinata very well, and obviously knew about the style, and he wanted to, still put Neji in his place to not get hit. That's true, and if you recall, I did use long-range techniques in the fight. But you're asking why I thought Naruto would still go toe-to-toe with Neji. And the answer is, A, Naruto is at least competent enough in hand-to-hand combat to at least avoid a couple shots from Neji while trying to implement a strategy. But B, it is, for all of Naruto's growth and change compared to his canon counterpart in this series, he is still Naruto. If he was pissed off with Neji how he treated Hinata, and he probably would have been, then I don't think it really matters what the strategy was. He wanted to kick Neji's ass. So, yeah, I think he would have ignored a little bit of common sense in some regard. Regardless, we're into part 13 now. So we catch up with the aftermath of that fight. He goes in, him and Temari had flirted again. Sakura's also noting this, like, oh, when that happened? All right, because she likes Sasuke. She is in love with Sasuke. Sasuke is her man, at least in her head. Though she's made a considerable effort to improve herself as a person in Shinobi anyway, or Kunoichi. But still, she notices Nara's like, oh, yeah, that's the thing. He's like, yep. So now what happens here is, A, they push Sasuke's fight off. One of the last, Sasuke put, the Orochimaru disguised as the third Kazekaze points out Sasuke is one of the big reasons a lot of people are here. So now, granted, he's not the technical last Uchiha anymore. You still have Mikoto. You still, by name and not by birth, have Naruto. So while the Uchiha are not, are very scarce, they're not totally gone like they are in the original. Still, though, Sasuke would have been like one of the big players to see. So, they agree to postpone the match, have the other matches go on. Obviously, Kankuro forfeits his match, and then Temari's match goes down. Now, Naruto wishes Temari luck, and he's like, you too, Shikamaru. Temari, you too, first off, he wishes Temari luck. Hey, good luck, Temari. By the way, someone mentions like Naruto's a smooth operator for a 12-year-old. Technically, in the part 1, they're 12 going on to 13. And while they never specify dates, like what the date is usually, you get times of year. I don't think Naruto's quite 13 at this point, but it's hard to say. Point being, though, yeah, once you hit the 12 to 13, you went at the teen eras, you start to work some things out. Regardless. So Temari, gives him a wing. He's like, I'll be back in a minute. And then she, hops out. Like, let's go, lazy. I'm waiting on you. It's like, what a drag. Shikamaru, come on, don't leave the layaway. Maybe we should just forfeit right now. This is so troublesome. Combining both his Japanese phrase, troublesome, and the English dub drag. I'll admit, I know some people get on dub's case. I really do prefer a drag more than troublesome. And then obviously he gets knocked out of the ring, or knocked out of the booth by, I believe it was Naruto who actually did that himself. And, their fight goes down, and, Naruto's cheering Temari on, and giving Shikamaru some support too, because Shikamaru's a friend of his. Ultimately, though, that fight still goes the same way. Shikamaru does ultimately outsmart Temari. Now, granted, there is no hole in the ground for Shikamaru to take advantage of. I mean, there's a crater and stuff like that from Naruto and Neji's fight, sure. But there is no hole in the ground. But I'm certain Shikamaru would still win the fight. It's just that's how they portrayed Shikamaru, thinking like 1,000 steps ahead. But he's kind of the Urahara, if you will, of the Naruto world. Really thinking 1,000 steps ahead. So that fight ends. Yeah, and going in maybe takes a bit longer though, because that hole that was there and was ultimately what got Temari to lose. So maybe it takes a bit longer, but I think Shikamaru still wins the fight. And then it's now Temari versus Sakura, because Dosu was killed by Gaara well early on. So now you have Shikamaru, I keep saying Shikamaru, Sakura and Temari going at it. Naruto wishes both of them luck again. You go on, girls, you can do it. And show them what you guys, show them what you got. Temari and Sakura both giving nod of acknowledgement. Ugh. And the fight begins. Now, their fight is definitely different, because Sakura's certainly smart. She does have some tactical smarts. Like, I know a lot of people like to put her off as useless, and I'm not a Sakura fan myself, but she's not useless in certain areas. We see her when she fought the Sound Ninja when Naruto and Sasuke were out of commission. She can be tactical when she really wants to be. For some reason, Kishimoto just never really utilized that aspect of her. Nor the genjutsu, having a knack for genjutsu. Like, that never came to fruition at all. Except for the fact that she knew how to dispel the thing. That was it. So, Sakura is certainly not without tactics as well, but she's nowhere near the IQ level of a Shikamaru or a Temari. So, their fight goes down for a little bit. Now, Sakura's would start off maybe with some kunai. Temari counters with a fan, blows the kunai away, but the kunai actually had tags attached to them, so they blow up in her face. She gets blown back. Sakura comes in with blades and tries to get in close quarters with her. But again, with that fan's a pretty versatile weapon, long range and close range. When you just fold it in, makes for a pretty good hitting staff. So just blocking Sakura, but quickly she realizes something's off. As Sakura begins to kind of mill away, she immediately just, releases the genjutsu, knowing that she was in a genjutsu. And then uses her fan again, completely blows the area with giant gusts of wind. That's a weird sentence to say, but completely lets Sakura away with giant gusts of wind. She hits the wall, but Sakura's still able to go. She throws some more kunai. They're more like smoke bombs now, with like pink pieces of paper in there. And again, Temari blows them away, but the pelts keep coming. She keeps blowing them away. It's like, what is it? And then she realizes she's in the cherry blossom again. Crap, this time, however, Sakura's almost got close enough to basically get the kunai to her throat, but she's able to quickly grab her, then basically kind of put her in a lock, just kind of get her. Guys like, damn! It's like, and she basically kind of not to crush her neck or anything like that, but basically puts her fan right on top of her neck like that, and slowly puts force and like, give up. This is over. It's like, damn it, I surrender. And it's like, the winner is Temari. And it's like, woo! And then she takes her fan up, and she does give a hand to Sakura. It's like, that was a good fight. It's like, yeah, you definitely have the potential. You definitely showed what it means to be a kunoichi, and I appreciate that. And Sakura does, even though she's upset that she lost, smiles at this person who could be a future rival. Temari and Sakura could have a good rivalry, I think, if respect was given and they showed that they each had abilities. So yeah, they both give each other a handshake, and they both kind of go up to the stands. And luckily, as they get to the stands, because there was another match after Shikamaru and Temari, because time frame wise, nothing's really changed. I would argue that the Naruto and Neji fight probably took the same amount of time, maybe even a little longer. So pretty much we've been eating the time up from where Sasuke and Kakashi appear. So by the time they get back up to the booth and the stands, the players' boxes, if you will, Kakashi and Sasuke both show up. It's like, just in time, Kakashi. We nearly disqualified you, but fortunately we were able. Or what was it? Oh god, that's not Hayate Gecko. He died. What was the guy's name? the Genma. That was his name, Genma. Genma's just like, we nearly disqualified you. Oh, sorry about that. And Sasuke is kind of just looking like, you. And then he can, all of a sudden Kakashi can feel a bit of the glare just from the crowd. It's like, oh crap, I completely forgot about it. And then you can see Mikoto up there. Kakashi. I'm gonna stand on the other side of the booth. I'd say bye. But fortunately, she isn't gonna kill him right then and there. So again, Shikamaru and Naruto do see the what Gaara does to the got to those people in the hallway, and they go to warn Kakashi about that. He's like, yeah, I understand, but it's okay. It's like it's not okay. I mean, trust me, he's my brother. I know how strong he is. Maybe he's gotten a lot stronger, but it's not okay. You don't understand. And Naruto even points out, he's like me, Kakashi. And, Kakashi kind of like looks at him for a bit. It's like, wait, what do you mean he's? It's like, and Naruto kind of pulls out, and the Kakashi eyes do widen a bit, like, oh. Not to worry. I don't. If it's that, don't worry about it, Naruto. I was like, well, don't worry about it. I just told you. I understand, but still, Sasuke's improved a lot. Just wait and see. Yeah, but give the brat a chance. I want to see how far he's come. It's like, turns around. Zabuza? What the hell? And you have your sword back? What's going on? Yeah, Yeah, well, I've been doing pretty good on my probation so far. By the way, you remember I brought Zabuza to the village. We haven't heard from him at all. There he is. And Haku's there too. Don't forget that. I'm pretty sure I could brought Haku back. Yeah, I'm positive I brought Haku back. Haku and him are standing there. Haku having a leaf headband on for the time being. He's temporarily been incorporated. And he's actually very much enjoying his life. He's like, yeah, well, I've been doing pretty good on my probation, and given certain things, the Hokage wanted everyone available that he could have, and seeing as I've been keeping to my word, he decided to give me a little bit of leniency and getting back into the swing of things. But anyway, let's see how the kid does. My Zabuza voice is a little off. I could get better if I had a moment, but still. And Temari's looking on. It's like, Gaara, and this is Sasuke. This is Naruto's brother. And now because this is a kid this is a boy that, yeah, she likes Naruto. She's got a bit of a thing for Naruto, and clearly Naruto's got a bit of a thing for her. They kind of had a date, and it's like, and he was a really nice guy. He was cute, and they're able to go back and forth. It's kind of breaking her up a little bit that she's got to see Gaara kill the guy she likes' brother. Not to mention the fact that what they're going to do to this guy's home is like, it's really starting to eat her up. It's like this really sucks. So the fight begins. And the fight pretty much goes about the same, minus the fact that Sasuke does have other jutsu under his belt in this version. So Sasuke actually does get a bit more of an advantage because his fire style, especially when he goes in the Dragon Flame Bullet, is enough that it actually turns some of the sand Gaara uses into glass. Particularly when it does the sand dome transform to Shikaku, he actually gets encased in a dome of glass. Now, I've always heard a cool theory that because glass is nothing more than heated up, melted, and just cooled down sand, Gaara, in theory, should be able to manipulate glass when you think about it. Maybe even turn glass into sand. I'm going to go with the idea that he can't, just because we never saw him do that. But the idea that he could, or someone could do that, is a cool idea in my mind. So yeah, especially if he had like a fire nature or learned fire chakra, he could heat up sand, turn it into glass, and manipulate the glass. That could be a really cool type of technique. Because if you've ever had glass shards in your body, that hurts like hell, and that's not easy to get rid of. Especially if they get embedded, they stay there. Your body can't push out glass shards, or if it does push out glass shards, it takes a lot of effort on your body's part. Normally, it just encapsulates them and seals them off in your body, and you perpetually have glass in your body. That would suck. That sucks hard. I've known people like that. Point being, though, we're going with the belief that Gaara can't do that. At least not right now. Maybe if I decide to later on, but that would take a lot of changing to do, and I don't see any natural changes that would give Gaara a fire nature. As far as we know, he has wind and lightning and earth. Actually, as far as we know, he just has wind and earth. We know he has the magnet release. That's why he's able to manipulate the sand like he does. That's where that comes from. So maybe he's got lightning? Anyway. I think so. He encases Gaara in the dome of sand, and Gaara suddenly, as he's like, oh, it's going to be so good, man. All of a sudden he realizes, what's air getting there? What did he do? What did he do, mother? What did he do? And Sasuke's now just, getting ready with the Chidori. All of a sudden the dome kind of breaks, and, Shikaku claws coming out. Now, Gaara hasn't fully transformed yet. But this is him kind of, acting out. And all of a sudden, as Sasuke comes in, still lands to strike on Sasuke's elbow. What is this feeling? It's blood. It's my blood. It's my blood! Ah! You know, the Shikaka claw comes out again. And obviously, oh no, God. And then the invasion of the sand and the sound begins. Now, basically, most of what happens in the original happens here. Kankuro and Temari go and get Gaara, and they head off. Sasuke's going to head off after him on Genma's order, and then Naruto, Shikamaru, and Sakura are going to head after them. The few changes that are happening here, though, are A, Naruto looks at Temari as Temari kind of looks at him as she's taking Gaara up, and she can see the look of, like, not understanding and hurt in Naruto's eyes, but Naruto can also see, like, the apologetic looks like, I'm so sorry for this look in Temari's eyes before they bolt. Also, Zabuza and Mikoto are there, so they're taking out fools as well. So that's two high level ninja easily taking out lower level sand ninjas. So that and sound ninjas. So actually, it was mostly sound. Now that I think about it, the sand really didn't have much in terms of forces, if I remember. I do think the sound. I know the sound had some, but a lot of it was the sound. So yeah, so they're there to take out fools a bit more. And obviously Sasuke and Naruto are a lot more capable in this version. So, and then obviously the third Hokage is kidnapped by Orochimaru. We're not going to get into that because that goes exactly the same. There's nothing that changes there. So you have Paku leads Shikamaru, Sakura, and Naruto. Obviously Shikamaru peels from the pack, stalls the Sound Ninja. Ozma comes, wrecks their shop. Shino and Kankuro have their match. That goes about the same. Temari stalls Sasuke, but again, that goes the same. Especially since it goes actually even worse for Temari, because again, she knows this is Naruto's brother, and that the fact that she found a guy she liked, and as she's wreaking havoc on this guy's home and basically trying to / kill his brother. That's what we can, because let's be honest, yes, they're ninja, but they're still teens. We know Temari's a little older. I think Temari in part 1 is like 14 or 15. Because she is Gaara's older sister. Same with Kankuro. He is his older. Yeah, part 1 she was 15 or 16, so she's actually a good few years older than Naruto and Sakura, or the Team 7 in general. In part 2, she's 19 to 20. Whereas, so good for Shikamaru. He's got himself an older woman. And you can tell, too. You can tell just by looking at her. She's taller than them. She looks more like an actual teenager than them. So, yeah, it makes sense that that she was a teenager back then, that she's as old as she is. So anyway, point being as that they move on, and as they're going to head towards Sasuke, Naruto and Shikamaru. No, Shikamaru was gone. Naruto and Sakura pass by Temari. Naruto sees this and says, "Go with Paku, I'll catch up." It's like, what? Wait, what? It's like, Sasuke can keep Gaara at bay. Just go and meet up with him in a little bit. I'll catch up. And he goes and he sees Temari, who's on the ground, and she's a little splayed out at the moment. Like, it's like she sees Naruto there. It's like, Naruto, and she can see it. And she can see the hurt in his eye, the anger and the hurt in his eyes, and she doesn't blame him. It's like, you hate me now, don't you? I don't blame you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You trusted me. And all that, and I betrayed that trust. And she's just looking at him like, if you gotta do it, just do it. I'm sorry. And she's got some tears in her eyes. She's just waiting, and she feels Naruto's hands are, but he just kind of picks her up. And yes, Naruto's like 12, 13. He's about 3-4 years younger than her, but that doesn't mean he's not strong to pick her up. And kind of just lays her against the tree. Like, and he says, just take it easy. And he kind of just puts his hand on her head. Take it easy. Take it easy. I was upset and angry with you, but it's okay. But how? And she just doesn't understand. How could you be this? How can you be this combat? Gaara could be killing your brother right now. Your teammate. They're all in danger. It's like, I betray. How could you do that? And Naruto does something smooth. He just kind of quiets her with a little. Just kind of gives her a little kiss, just a soft kiss. All that, but he does, and she kind of just accepts the kiss. It's like, That's it. It's because the moment I saw you leave, I saw the look in your face. You know, I can tell you don't want this. You don't want this. You won't ever want this. You're hurting just as much as it's hurting me. So I don't blame you for anything that's happening right now at all. And she just kind of, she's just tearing up, and she's just starting to, because Temari's a strong character. Like, Temari's not a character you would think of just sobbing. Not like a Sakura, not even like a Hinata. But given the circle, again, they're still they're still young adults. They still got a lot of growing to do. I could see Temari kind of letting the guards down for whoever she kind of liked. And with Naruto, because someone who's kind of just being so great with her, and she just kind of like, I'm sorry, thank you, I'm sorry. It's like, hey, it's okay. And then she gives her a quick kiss on the forehead. Stay here and rest. I promise, I'm gonna go save the teammate and your brother. Wait, what? It's like, oh, believe me. And he just kind of starts to walk. He just turns around and says, what do you mean, Samurai? I know what it's like to be considered a monster sometimes. I know what it's like to live with something that you weren't meant to live with. What do you mean? It's like, your brother. One Tail? And she kind of, yeah, wait, you? And he just kind of, again, holds up the hands. Like, so I was like, now, again, I might have done that with during their date. He might have brought that up. I don't think I did, because I don't think he wanted to reveal that to her, because that is technically a secret at that point. But given this, it's like, so I promise I will. And he gives that nice guy look and the smile and all that, and she's just kind of like, she's just got a blush on her face now. It's like, my God, it's like, I will marry this man one. Okay, I'm going a little much on that, but still, it's one of those things that it's someone who's promising not just to save his brother, someone he loves, but save your brother, someone you love, despite everything he's done. So we catch you back up to Sasuke. And like I said, Sasuke's chakra reserves are probably higher in this version. So he, even without the curse mark, can probably pull off 3 Chidoris. But 3 Chidoris are just going to completely wreck him in terms of his chakra reserve. Like, he's done after 3. He can't do anything else. With 2, he can maybe pull off a couple more jutsu before being completely tired out. And the fight goes roughly the same, except the curse mark is so well sealed up at this point, because Sasuke, the curse mark never actually activated on him. It's set in, he didn't die from it, but it never activated because they were able to get some seals on him in time. And solid seals too. So the curse mark really just doesn't activate here. So Sasuke is able to pull off the other 2 Chidoris. And the first one doesn't do much to Gaara, but the second one is able to actually hurt him again to some degree. Unfortunately, after that, Sasuke is pretty much done. He's got no gas on his legs. That's right, Sasuke. Make me feel alive. And, Gaara not only pulls out one arm, but 2 arms, just charges them. All of a sudden, Sasuke kind of just disappears. And Sakura is doing her damnedest for the strongest genjutsu she can right now. And again, I'm not going to use the false dark, it's not false darkness. That's a lightning technique. I can't remember the one that the second used. But point being, it's the one that basically does the pure black void one. She can't do that yet because I'm not just going to keep giving her, chakra and all that. But Sakura does manage to get him in a genjutsu. And remember, I had her learning some earth jutsu as well, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I keep forgetting, it's water and I think earth are her natures. I keep wanting to say fire because that does fit her personality, because she does have a fiery personality. But if I'm not mistaken, it's earth and water are her chakra natures. Yes, earth and water. And earth is the one that comes up first on the list. So we're going with earth as her primary, water as a secondary. So she comes in with the strongest earth technique she has under her belt. I imagine she easily would have learned the mud wall. She didn't get around to using because she wanted to probably hold off for other opponents, but still, she can use the mud wall, wouldn't help in the trees. But the other one, which is one that basically is an actual technique. I made it up, but once Onuki Onuki, oh god, why can't I get this guy's name right? Onuki. I can't pronounce his name. If I heard it, I'd be able to get it, but I can't. I'm having to read it. Onoki. I'm gonna go with Onoki. It's the technique he used basically, where he made a giant fist made of earth. He basically landed a shot, I believe. Who did he land the shot on? That's the question I'm trying to remember. Who did he actually, it's just Fist Rock. That's a dumb name. Fist Rock? Even Rock Fist is better, than Fist Rock. What? It's a really crappy name. Fist Rock. Just say Rock Fist. It's much better. Stone Fist? That's better. But like Fist Rock just sounds stupid. I always liked the idea of Crater Fist. That was always a cool name. So I'm renaming the technique for this for any video I'm using it for Crater Fist. So yeah, Sakura does that, and it fits her style a little bit. She does like to get physical sometimes. So she lands a solid check onto Gaara's face. Unfortunately, Gaara's Shukaku completely dispels the Genjutsu, slams her into a tree with the sand, and she's not knocked out because she had the fist. So, but it's more like, here's the fist. She kind of got stuck. And she's trying to, but it's just squeezing her tightly. Fortunately, she's got some time thanks to the fist, a little bit extra time. It's like, it's over. I'm going to enjoy taking your lives and digging your blood and feeling life for the finally. And then he comes in, or Naruto comes in, and he just smacks right into Gaara like he does. And it's like, you're not going anywhere. If you're not gonna do a damn thing except calm the F, censorship, obviously. Calm the F down. Not the best one-liner I could come up with at the time, but that was the best I could come up with at the time. Naruto, he said, not if I have anything to say about that, which is probably the better thing to say. So Naruto comes in, kicks him, not if I have anything to say about it, and Naruto Uchiha. That's where we're ending it right now. Little hit and miss here or there. Honestly, it's not because I don't have the story written out or anything like that. It's simply because, for some reason, word association gets a little difficult when you have so many characters that have similar sounding names. Shikamaru, Sakura. So SK, for instance, that's why I was getting that confused for so long, for so many times. Until then, though, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review at some point. And ideas for win, Star Wars, superhero magic, whatever, anything to do with the channel, put that in the comments below as well. I'll get to that at some point. Hit that bell if you want notifications. Till then, see you next time. Later.